Okay, I have 3 new letters for you today. The first is lowercase t. There's your printing T. Let me show you how to do the cursive lowercase t. We're going to start with an understroke from the bottom. You're going to understroke up past the middle. Do not touch the top line. Trace it down. Touch the bottom line. Give it a tail. Pick up your pencil and cross just above that dotted middle line. Let's try it again. Understroke past the middle, stop before you get to the top, trace that line back down, touch the bottom, give it a tail, pick up your pencil, cross just above the middle. Understroke past the middle but not to the top, trace that line back down so you don't get a tent, touch the bottom, give it a tail, cross just above the middle. Okay? Now please make sure when you're doing your lowercase t, it touches this bottom line. It is not going to touch the top line. There's going to be a little bit of space there, okay? And you want to make sure that you trace that line down so you don't get that big tent, and also crossing just above your middle line. Your next cursive letter is lowercase e. There's your printing E. Let me show you the cursive E. Starting from the bottom, understroke just to the middle. We're going to loop it backwards, touch the bottom, give it a tail. Understroke to the middle, loop it back, touch the bottom, give it a tail. Understroke to the middle, loop it backwards, touch the bottom, give it a tail. Now on this E, you want to stay in between the bottom line and the middle line. You also want to make sure that your loop, when you loop it backwards, is not too big. We don't want something that looks like this, okay? You want to keep it a narrow loop. My next lowercase letter for you is lowercase l. There's a printing lowercase l. Let me show you the cursive lowercase l. It's the same motion as the E, it's just going to be taller. You're going to do an understroke this time all the way to the top. You're going to loop it back a little bit, come down, cross over just below that middle line, touch the bottom, and give it a tail. Oops, sorry. Okay, let's try it again. Understroke to the top, loop it backwards, touch the bottom, give it a tail. Understroke to the top, loop it backwards, cross over just below that middle line, touch the bottom, give it a tail. Now your L, you want to stay in between the bottom and the top line. When you cross over, you're going to want to cross over about right there, just a little bit below that middle line. And again, make sure that your L doesn't look like this. It's too big, okay? You want a narrow loop, okay? Now let's try putting some of these letters together. Let's put together this letter. What letter is that? The T. And we're going to add to it this letter. What letter is that? The E. Good. Okay, let's put T and E together. Start with your understroke, past the middle but not to the top, trace it down, touch the bottom. Now the tail becomes the understroke for the E. Loop it back, touch the bottom, give it a tail, pick up your pencil, and cross. Try it again. Understroke from the bottom, past the middle, trace it back down, touch the bottom. The tail becomes the understroke for the E. Loop it back, touch the bottom, give it a tail, cross. One more time. T, E. Pick up your pencil, cross. Let's put these 2 letters together. We're going to switch them around. E plus T. Understroke from the bottom, touch the middle, loop it back, touch the bottom. The tail becomes the understroke for the T. Pick up your pencil, cross. E, loop it back, touch the bottom, understroke becomes the understroke for the T. T. E, T. Let's put together 2 more. What letter is that? L. Plus, what letter is this? E. Okay. L, understroke to the top, loop it back, cross over, touch the bottom. Then the tail becomes the understroke for this E. L, E. L, E. Okay. The E, L, let's switch them around. We're going to put E plus the L. Okay? E touches the middle. L touches the top. E touches the middle. L, oh, messed up. Let's do it again. E touches the middle. L touches the top. E touches the middle. L touches the top. 2 feet on the floor, back straight, paper slightly tilted, one hand holding your paper still, and the other doing the best that you can.